Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well today. Hope your weekend has been great so far. Now, I made a video sometime back about making fast flight strings, and I was so impressed with fast flight strings that I actually put them on all my bows. And I remember one of the comments said, do you notice a difference in performance using the fast flight over the Dacron strings that you used to use? Now, at the time, I really couldn't make a solid scientific comment, if you would, because all I could tell was just the shot cycle and how well it performed over the Dacron string. Now, that being said, I had been on the fence for some time about picking up a chronograph, and I thought, do I need one? Do I not need one? And you know, I actually had a little money saved up to add to my archery stuff, so I decided to go ahead and purchase one. And what I picked up was this, the Competition Electronics ProChrono DLX. Now, I looked at the standard chronograph by Competition Electronics, and the reviews were back and forth on it, some good, some really not so good. But I decided to go ahead and purchase the upgraded version, the DLX version here, to give it a try and actually see how well my bows perform. Now, the bow I'm going to be using today is my Southwest Archery Ghost takedown longbow. I love that bow. It's my favorite bow in my collection. And I'm going to be switching from the Fast Flight to the Dacron to see which actually gives me a better performance during the shot cycle. And I'm really curious about how many feet per second my bow is actually shooting. It's just something that I've never known, never tested. So I'm really excited about doing this video today. So let's get this thing out of the box, let's get it put together, put it on the stand, and let's get out and shoot. Okay, so the ProChrono DLX. Now, it just comes with a standard chronograph from what I can tell. The thing about it is you're going to have a way to mount this. So you're going to need some kind of stand. Now, I have a bunch of these camera stands sitting around that I use a lot, so I've got a stand for that. So keep that in mind if you do decide to purchase one of these. You're going to need a way to mount it, and you will need an additional stand. You're also going to need a 9-volt battery. It does not come with a 9-volt battery in it. So let's get it out of the box. Now, of course, here's the main unit. You can tell by like I was telling you before, it does have the 1/4-20, so you can mount it. Just standard faceplate. Really don't know what all that means yet, but we're going to test it out and see how it works. You get the diffusers that go with it. Test them out. And you get a manual. I love it when you get manuals with stuff. And of course you get the rods to mount the diffusers. So let's get our bars on here. Been on the fence about whether to purchase one of these or not. Do I really need one? But I figured if I'm going to be doing this, I want to know what my bows are doing. So let's put our diffuser on. There we go. Alright. Okay, so we're together. We're ready to go. We got to get the battery in and, of course, get it mounted. Now, this will measure in feet per second. It'll also do meters per second. If you want to get meters per second on here, you hold the review button when you turn it on, and it'll go through a cycle, and then it'll say ready, or RDY, and then that way you know you're in meters per second. Turn it off, turn it back on, it automatically reverts back to feet per second. Okay, so that being said, this measures everything in strings, so you get 1 to 9 strings, and it'll measure as many shots in those strings as you do. Now, to clear those out, you've got a button on here that says delete string. You can delete everything in the string you were just shooting, or you can change string to start a new string of shot cycles with this. So let's get the 9-volt battery in the compartment down here. Let's get it mounted on the stand, and let's get it set up outside, because you do need a fair amount of light to run these from what I've read. Again, I don't know. I'm new to the world of chronographs, so we're going to give this a try, and hopefully this will work out. From what I've read, you really need the right kind of light and the proper lighting to get a proper reading when you're shooting. So that being said, let's get it set up and let's go shoot. I'm ready to see how this thing performs. I think she's ready. Okay, so we're going to be shooting the Southwest Archery Ghost takedown longbow for this test. I'll be shooting the Fast Flight string first. This is the Dynaflight 97 string material that I'm using here. I'll take 5 shots in 2 sets, so I'll do 1 shot of 5, or 1 set of 5, and then another set of 5 with each string. So we're going to start with the Fast Flight string, then we're going to switch over to the Dacron B55, which is what I shot on my bows all the time and for years until I switched out to Fast Flight. So I'm really curious about this test to see exactly which one's going to perform better. So I've got the chronograph set up, I've got everything ready to go. Let's go shoot. 183. $181. $182. $179. And this should be shot number 5. 190. So there we go. Let's average that up and see what we get. So the average over 5 shots was 183 feet per second. Not bad. So I'm going to take 5 more shots with the Fast Flight. Then I'm going to switch out to the Dynaflight, or the Dacron B55, and see if there is a difference. 184. It's pretty good. 184 feet per second. 180. 183. 182, and then the last one. 186. Pretty good. So let me get that average. We'll see what that is. We're going to do a string swap on the bow this time, and then we're going to take those shots and see how we actually compare to the Fast Flight string. So the averages on the last shot cycle with the Fast Flight actually came out to 183 average, which that's not bad. So we'll just say it's 183, 184. I mean, I can't complain about that at all. I mean, from a 40-pound bow, that's not bad. So 183, 184 average feet per second for the Fast Flight string. So let's get the Dacron B55 on, and let's see what we get with that. All right, so I've switched out to the Dacron B55 string. I did check the brace height. This is set at 8 inches, just like the Fast Flight string was set at 8 inches. So let me start a new string, and we will actually see what the averages are for the Dacron B55. I'm really curious to see what we're going to get with this. $175. You know, since I've been shooting that Fast Flight, I can automatically tell a difference in the way this bow shoots with the B55 string on. 180. That's not bad. I'll take that. $175. $179. Was that 5? I can't remember. We'll take one more just for good measure because I can't remember. Yep, 175. All right, I'm curious to see what that average is going to be. I'm going to say 178, 180, somewhere around in there. So let's get that average. I was wrong. So the average for that shot cycle there, those 5 shots, was 176.8. That's a lot lower than 183, 184 with the Fast Flight string. But again, that could be a fluke. So I want to go ahead and do one more 5-shot set and see what I come up with on this one. But again, that's considerably lower in performance than the Fast Flight string. 178. 179. I got a feeling this one's going to be even lower. 180. 179, and the final shot. $177. Yep, I'm just about going to guarantee that that cycle is going to be a lot lower. Well, 178.6. So, I guess that settles it. The Fast Flight string is a higher performance string than just Dacron B55. Your mileage may vary on that. Again, I don't know. This could be my shooting style, but I did try to make sure that each shot was consistent from the last. That way I don't get any wild variations. But again, overall, I'm impressed. I'm kind of really impressed with the chronograph that I picked up here. You know, overall, the Fast Flight string, I could tell there was a performance difference just by shooting it. But, you know, seeing the actual numbers has really kind of opened my eyes to how much better it is than just Dacron B55 or B50. Not to say that it's bad strings. I shot those for years, and I still enjoy those. And if I bought an older bow that didn't have reinforced limb tips, then I would actually and most definitely be happy shooting a Dacron B55 string. So, to my subscriber that asked me that question some time back, there you go. There's the proof. The average 176, and then the average for the Fast Flight string is 180, 183, 184 feet per second. Can't complain. Now, would that change if I were shooting at a further distance through this chronograph? Of course it would. But do I want a chance shooting the chronograph instead of shooting through it? No, I do not. So, well, I hope you enjoyed that quick little video. Man, I had fun making that. And it was really eye-opening to me. I've never really tested my bows to see how well they perform. Never had the opportunity to do that. But I'm glad that I did. I'm glad I invested a little bit of money in the chronograph so I can actually test and see things now, how they actually are, how it actually shoots. You know, overall, you don't really need to know how fast your bow shoots. I think some of that is just bragging rights. When you get out there, oh yeah, well I shoot like 300 feet per second, you know. I mean, so again, a lot of that is just bragging rights. The key thing is just to get out and have fun. No matter what you're shooting, no matter how fast it shoots or how slow it shoots, enjoy what you're doing. Get out and enjoy the sport of archery. Just have fun. That is key and that is fundamental. But I thank you for coming by, and for my subscribers, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to watch my videos and, you know, think enough of them to subscribe to my channel. And hopefully you're hitting the notifications bell and coming back and joining me when I post new content. Also, please leave comments below. I love your comments, and I try to get back to everyone as soon as possible. And tell me what you think about this chronograph, and tell me if maybe it's in your future to pick up a chronograph to test and see how your bow performs. But again, I thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me today on this hot summer day. Man, I'm about to melt out here. But again, come back and join me for future content, and we'll get out and shoot some more. So thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great day, a better day tomorrow, and a wonderful week ahead of you. And until next time.